intimidated or, beaten or something like that. And yet we've not seen the kind of political reaction that we would usually see from politicians, which, in my opinion, maybe it's such a good thing, because peace is priceless. That, like they would say, peace is the path to the development of a country. Yeah, like they would say. So, but Sara Igbe is saying, see. The assembly members can only do all of these things that they're doing because of his indecision. He should stand firm and fight. Let's take a listen to what Sara Igbe had to say.
Well, we don't know what Sim wants. We're still waiting for him to come up soon, focus and touch. Is he ready to fight his way out, or is he ready to give in? What does he want? How does he want to tailor it? Because if he cannot understand the dynamics of politics that 2027 depends on today, then I don't know what he's doing. If he's decisive to say, yes, this is where he's going, Rivers people will go with him. But if he's not decisive, then there's nothing they can do. If Sim is not ready to fight, we cannot fight for him. Not because of Sim. If it's only Sim, nobody will do it.
All right, so he also said he's not fighting for Sim, he's fighting for the liberation of River State. However, you and I know that at the start of this political warfare in River State, Elder Anabs Sara Igbe was very vocal, very vociferous as it relates to the support for the governor, Siminalai Fubara's Excellency. Now that he's beginning to sound like this and say, we don't know what the governor wants. Does he want to fight? Does he want peace? If he wants to remain as governor, he wants to be politically relevant, he would have to fight his way like other politicians do. What do you make of that statement by Sara Igbe? I'd like to hear from you, but we would have to move on now to the next big story. I told you yesterday during open season session that this story would make the front page today, and it's been one of the most trending stories for today, and it has to do with Jonathan, Speaker of House of Reps, disagree with IGP on state policing. Now, Jonathan is saying, in summary, that we cannot fight insecurity as it currently is in Nigeria if we do not devolve the police, if we do not have a devolution of power as it relates to the police. And he's saying that it's time for us, and of course these conversations have been ongoing for a while now, not just state police. We're talking about devolution of powers generally, governance being decentralized so that the states, the local government can have huge responsibilities more than they currently do have right now. And state policing, in my opinion, is a first step to achieving the decentralization of government. Now, even with electricity, if you're following the news right now, they are also thinking of decentralizing a little bit more, electricity, or should I say power. The 11 discos would now, some of them will be unbundled and made to face particular states. Now, the state governments have also been, because of the law passed recently, have also been allowed to set up their own electricity companies. Like Enugu here has now set up theirs. Here also, I think Oyo State has applied to set up theirs. And so there will also be the franchising, or is it franchise? Let's go with franchise now. There will be the franchise where, maybe PHED can sell off a franchise to some smaller company operating in some local government. So even with electricity now, we're beginning to see the decentralization of, governance structures. And it's really interesting to see how that is possible for policing. The Speaker of the House of Reps says that state policing is not new to Nigeria. Yesterday speaking, he said that during colonial times, there were state police in the northern part, in the western part. He also talked about the amalgamation of the southern and northern parts of the country. And he said, see, at that time, they also had, state, or rather regional policing. I wouldn't call it state at the time. They had regional policing. And then when we got to regions, we had regional policing. So we had the Eastern Police, the Northern Police, and all of that stuff, he said. So he's saying that it's not new. It was the military that, brought about the National Police, because, of course, the military was solely in control of governance in Nigeria at the time. So he's arguing that it worked before, that it can work again now. However, the IGP is saying no, that it would be abused. It will be used to intimidate political opponents. Instead of that, government should employ 30,000 police officers annually, merge the Federal Road Safety Corps with the NSCDC, with the police. They should come under the police for effective policing. And then he said some other thing again, I'm trying to remember. Increase the welfare of police in the country. And he says that will solve the problem. I wonder what the IG is afraid of, because in no distant time his time as a police officer will come to an end. So I don't know what he's trying to save, what he's trying to protect. But what do you think about national police versus state police? I would like to hear from you, because in other countries, a lot of these other countries, we've got national, state, and even council policing. All right. So what do you make of the current national debate? Ex-president is saying it's a good one. The Speaker of the House of Reps is saying it's a good move. Some other people are saying it's a good move. But the IGP, who is in charge of security of the country, is saying, see, I know the corruption I'm seeing right now. I'm telling you, this is going to be disastrous. It's going to be crazy if we go into state policing. Your thoughts on that one? Now, there is this story that Dangote's refinery will further reduce the price of diesel and aviation fuel. And that has made it to, our third story for the hour, our third big story. So I really would like to get your thoughts on that one. I think it's now somewhere around the region of 940 naira for diesel, while it is 918 naira for aviation fuel. Now, according to the Punch newspaper, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery on Tuesday announced a further reduction in the prices of both diesel and aviation fuel to 940 naira and 918 naira per litre respectively. This is coming in the wake of its widely celebrated price reduction to 1,000 naira barely 2 weeks ago. The price change of 940 applies to customers buying 5 million litres and above from the refinery, while the price of 970 is for customers buying 1 million litres and above. Speaking on the new development, the head of communication, Mr. Anthony Chejina, explained that the new price aligns with the company's commitment to cushion the effect of economic hardship in Nigeria. He says, I can confirm to you that Dangote Petroleum Refinery has entered a strategic partnership with MRS Oil and gas stations to ensure that consumers get to buy fuel at affordable prices in all their stations, be it Lagos or Maiduguri. You can buy as low as 1 litre of diesel at 1,050 naira and aviation fuel at 980 naira at all major airports where MRS operates. All right, so you heard it there. How do you think this will impact the business environment in Nigeria, number one, the economy generally, the price of goods and services, because diesel is very instrumental to the price of goods and services in the marketplace. What do I mean? A lot of the trucks that transport food items are usually diesel run trucks. A lot of the what do you call it now? It basically, even the trucks that transport petrol are also diesel run trucks. So when you think about it from that angle, diesel is very instrumental and central to the pricing of goods and services in the marketplace. So how will this impact the economy, the business environment, because a lot of businesses and manufacturers also use diesel for their plants, for their offices, for their business activities. And so this might just have a big effect. I do not know, but I would like to hear from your own perspective how you think this will affect we as a people and our business environment in Nigeria. Because remember, it looks like Dangote's refinery would be relied upon a lot by Nigerians and even the government of Nigeria. So let's see how this works. I'd like to get your thoughts. Time for me to open the phone lines. 28 minutes can pass the hour of 3. 08179230002, 08179230003, and 08179230007. Those are the call numbers. You can do WhatsApp as well. Send me that WhatsApp message to 0809-030-6416. What is on your mind? I would love to hear from you. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, welcome. What is on your mind? Welcome.
Good afternoon, Kalada.
Yeah.
And the IGP of police is saying that the reason why he's proposing is going against state policing is because of the corruption, right?
Something like that.
Already, and we have seen the blazing corruption that bedeviled the police in Nigeria. So for me, the state police is not a problem. It will actually boost the economy of the state by creating jobs. Again, the security aspect of it will be well addressed because the locals are the ones that were recruited into the state police. So I think it will boost the economy, the security architecture of the state. In the case of being mismanaged, it's a possibility. The state governors can actually use them as tools. But we've also seen that with the federal police. Going forward, the statement of elder statement, that's Anabs Sara, you won't blame him. The governor, for me, have been somehow indecisive because of his silence. We are not supporting the governor because we like him that much. We are supporting him because he has presented himself as a tool to rescue the soul of Rivers State. And that is why Rivers people are coming all out to support him. But he must be proactive. He must be very forward in dealing with this crisis before it overwhelms all of us all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Clinton from Bori. We've got Jude from Omuma. Jude, welcome.
Yeah, Canada. Excuse me. I completely agree with the elder statesman, Sara. I know him better as an activist, and that's why he speaks very strong. Now, I shared the view that our governor has not taken a direction.
Is peace not a direction? Like you put it, is peace not direction enough?
Well, if you say he has taken a direction, what I mean, let me explain myself. What I mean is to say no when he's supposed to say no, and yes when he's supposed to say yes. I see him as dangling. And his opponent is using that against his supporters. Now, if he realizes that he is a governor of a state and is not accountable, does not report directly to anyone, he should do better. Now, we all know that in politics, one of the weapons you use in fighting in politics is intimidation. Intimidation of propaganda. That's what his opponent is using, intimidating his supporters. Like Sara said, we are not supporting, I and Sara, we are not supporting sin. I have not met him, I've never spoken with him, I don't even know him.
Okay.
We are supporting for the liberation of the oppressed people of Rivers State.
All right.
That's what we are doing. And if he doesn't have a direction, like I said, standing by what he knows he should do, and not getting scared of anyone.
All right. All right.
He's scared, and those suffering now are his supporters.
All right.
Not me, not Sara.
All right, Jude, I've got to go. But thank you very much
So
for
he
it.
he has to make a direction.
Okay.
He stands by what he knows, and he's losing grip.
All right, then.
He's
All right.
losing grip.
All right,
and
Jude.
He completely loses grip. So
I've got to go.
stand. I agree
All
with
right.
Sara. Thank you.
All right. I've got Ida from Inkoro. Welcome.
Kalada, thank you very much.
Mm.
Bible saying the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty to pull down every stronghold.
Interesting.
It says if you are fighting enemies as a Christian, do not use machete and gun. With prayer, you overcome them.
Mm.
Unto thank His Excellency, the golden governor of River State, for his silence to his enemies. Now go fight a better fight for him. You should not go and fight anybody. You should not talk to anybody. God is fighting the battle.
All right.
That are following him. We are Christians. You can see we don't fight. Any they are doing, we don't retaliate. A jade in this same thing. I mean, which local government, the same thing. He should call the governor Mumu. The governor keep quiet. It's God that will fight our fight. When God fights for you, you win the battle. You're going to win all the battle. Thank you very much. God bless. I remain on the Rebita from Koro.
All right. It said it's a spiritual fight. Ida, thank you very much. I've got Frank from D-Line. Frank, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Batobo.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, let me dwell on the issue of the state police, the argument they're arguing about.
Okay.
I'm in support of IG. My reason is this. The governors of all the states, they will use this state police to which hunt their political opponents. If you check well, the research that controlled by governor, all the election, local government election has been won by PDP in River State.
Okay.
If you go to Imo State now, all the local government chairman there, APC. Apart from Kaduna State and FCC, all the remaining states now, any state controlled by APC is being controlled by APC.
So what's your point? What's your point? Your point is?
So it's better we maintain this Nigerian police where at least if you watch where if you conduct a general election, some states will win by APC, some states will win by PDP and Labour. But now if you allow state police to continue, you will see more problems. That's my own reason. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much. I appreciate your take there. Let's take Zion from Jerry. Zion, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, once again, we are not viable for state police. This thing we are clamoring for, it will in turn hurt us. It will in turn frustrate us.
Okay.
We are like children trying to go and touch fire. Your papa, they tell you, say, no touch him, the thing go burn you. You, they say no. When you touch him, it go burn you. Financially, this country is handicapped. You're talking about state policing. Where will they operate from? Don't you need their police stations? You need to buy arms. You need to build police stations. You need to buy vehicles. You need to sew uniforms. Get shit. Oh, my goodness me. And this is a country we are talking about dwindling economy. A dwindling economy.
But sorry, Zion. Let's look at it from Jonathan's ex-president Jonathan's angle. Insecurity in itself is thriving in Nigeria, and if it's not tackled, it means that we cannot even grow our economy because nobody is going to invest in a place where the insecurity is rife. So don't you think that maybe we should invest in securing our states so investments can come in?
We invest in buying guns. Is that investment? If Goodluck Jonathan, is it a security expert?
He was the commander-in-chief at a certain time.
Is he a security expert?
He was the commander-in-chief at a certain time.
In commander-in-chief. Joking. I tell you, they play with fire. See, do you know that even those you want to recruit into this so-called state police, who are they? And what is the category? What are you going calibrating for the employment or the recruitment of these people in that force? You thought this police that we are seeing today, you know how they started and the formations? The only thing we should be talking about is a total reform in the Nigerian police. Yesterday, I gave you a suggestion. If you are from Bayelsa, go to Bayelsa and practice and serve as a policeman.
All right,
If you are
Zion,
a River
Zion, I've
State,
got
come
to
to
go.
River State.
Zion, I've
By
got to
so
go.
doing, you have attended to the issue of the security from the local.
All right.
Security is local.
All right, see from Rema, welcome.
Yeah, Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
When we are talking about the issue of state police and federal police, or local police, and foreign police, we are thinking about one thing: arm bearing, those that will carry guns and stand around the community. That is not how security should even be wired. If I must agree with the IG of police, I believe that the one we have on ground now is even enough. The problem is that the government has consistently concentrated on the issue of buying arms and ammunition.
Okay.
There are indicators to insecurity, and these indicators are from the taproot. From the taproot, it grows. Like, let me take Irema, where I come from. As I am here now, I should be able to understand the nature and characters of the young people who are doing things there. We have even advocated to the extent that the security issue should be discussed from cradle, from trenches, primary, secondary schools to university level, or even as we have town hall meetings in our communities. We should discuss what should be the nature of the security in our community. Why should I even be thinking about carrying gun in my community where the other man who is carrying gun is just from Irema? That is it. Then what are we supposed to do to make sure that we mitigate on all these things and make it to and stop it? When we are talking about security, we shouldn't be talking about buying guns. It's an error. So the IG is in order to say what he has said, except we are looking at security from the angle of elections, because everybody, people who have listened to, have always talked about election, thinking of election, dealing with political. It's in election and political opening the only thing that exists in Nigeria. Now, the issue of what Sara is talking about, is still the same thing. Political actors, as elderly man as Sara is telling the governor that he's not ready to fight, and then when he's ready, he will let them know. Then this and that and that. And the same Sara is in court. He has gone to court with some other group of people fighting against an arm of government in River State. Now he's even inciting the governor. Let me even sound this. If he's beginning to sound like this, wanting the governor to start violence in River State, we will hold him responsible, because that is what I perceive about the tune of Anabs. As far as he's concerned, he has lived an age up to 60 to 70 good years old. Let him not go inside the children of poor people in the streets, because they have always been here.
But he has not. Susie, I would not let you, misconstrue or mislead people. He has not called out on young people on the streets. He said the governor is not ready to, play the politically fight. So, I think those are two different things. So, just like the governor said, what are we fighting for a while ago? I think, something in that direction is what he is trying to, mention.
Okay, no problem. But my perception is my perception.
All right.
But whatever it is, we should provide more service to educate people, not to incite people. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Susie. I've got Collins from Wimpy. Collins, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Collins. Quickly, tell us what your thoughts are.
I want to relate slightly on the reduction of diesel.
Okay.
The reduction is very, very significant. Meaning it's something of from 1,000 plus to 500. You say maybe the prices of goods will reduce, but now it's something. It just assume that it's at the same place.
Let me ask you a question. How much, Collins, how much do you think a liter of diesel was selling for before Dangote's refinery came on stream?
It was lesser than 1,000.
No, it wasn't. It was somewhere around 1,500, 1,600 per liter.
Before it built his refinery.
I'm saying the 1 month before his refinery came on stream, and that's what I asked you.
Yes. Before this refinery came up, it was less than 1,000 naira per liter.
Oh my! All right.
Dangote has not really done this country well.
So you're saying
they have other competitors.
You're saying, wait, Collins, let's get the facts straight. You're saying that the month before Dangote's refinery came on stream, diesel was selling for 1,000 naira or less than 1,000 naira. Is that what you're saying?
It's less than 1,000.
All right. Okay. I'm not even going to argue.
Yeah.
I don't know how to argue that. But thank you very much, Collins.
Secondly,
okay, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah.
Secondly, the issue of governor, you see, people should not take him for granted. Anybody that you see that is quiet is very dangerous. So, many people are with him, knowingly or unknowingly to him.
All right.
So, it's not like thinking that shout and grab.
All right, then. Collins, thank you
Our
very much.
honorable governor, we stood by him, and we are going to fight to the end.
All right, then. All right, thank you. I've got to go. Real Gift from Port Harcourt Township, welcome. What is on your mind? Tell us quickly. Real Gift, are you there? Oh my, do we have connection issues now? Can you hear me, Real Gift? I guess there's some network issue for some reason. I can't. And he has waited for so long. I feel terrible letting him go. Real Gift, once again, can you hear me? All right, I would have to let you go. Gift from Yenagua, welcome. What is on your mind? I'd like to hear from you.
Kalada, good afternoon.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, let me join my brother Susie Ereman from Ereman community. As far as I'm concerned, the truth of the matter, that perception is what I sense as well. Even if you have cleared the air, listen carefully. When somebody is telling you you're not ready for the fight, which other fight is Elder Sara Igbe is talking about? You've gone to court. The governor is in court as we speak. Do you know how many suits, either directly, indirectly, over 30? Which other fight are you looking for? So that perception from Susie, I agree. You are inciting young men and young women. As a father that you are.
So let me ask you a question. How are they?
Go ahead,
how is he inciting young men and women? Given that the message was to the governor, indirectly or directly, whichever way you want to look at it. How has that now got to do with young people? He only said we don't know the direction of the governor. When we know the direction of the governor, then we would follow behind him. So how is that a call to anarchy?
Kalada,
like you are trying
you have
to imply?
Explained this before. I know why you're explaining this, but I am putting it to you.
No. I've just asked you.
I'm using the word that more than 30 suits. In court.
So there is a political fight in Rivers State.
Which of the political fights?
You asked the question? Can I answer you? There is a political fight in Rivers State. Has it been a call or an avenue to incite people? Because I know we even heard the FCT minister say that there are two camps of different political ideology, political conflicts as a result of the two camps. So is that a call to incite people?
Well, let me tell you now. This question, you have asked this question over and over, and I've given you the answer.
You have not given me. You threw a question back at me.
I don't go to the street. Listen, Wike said I don't go to the street to fight with anybody. My own fight is to follow the legal way to fight any of my political battles. And as I speak with you, I don't know how many suits you talk about, the one from this other side when you're talking about the two camps. But from the camp of the governor, I said they have instituted cases over 30 using proxies, then the direct ones. So which other fight that he's talking about as an elder that the governor is not ready for the fight? When the governor is ready, we will know. Let me tell you, if you think you will fight outside the law, you will take laws into your hands. They will declare state of emergency, including you who is inciting. You will be arrested. That is the truth. The law is respecter of no man.
All right then. All right.
Everybody should note this.
All right,
Gift. I know it very well.
All right, Gift. Thank you very much. I've got Ife the Bam. Ife the Bam, welcome.
Yes, Kalada, my man.
Yeah.
Greetings
I
from
greet you.
Ropopo.
I greet you.
Yeah, so I want to speak on the of state policing in side of the topic.
I'm listening.
Thank you for taking my call, please.
All right, so go
Those
quickly.
saying that police and should not that weapons are not necessary for policing are not living in today's world. Nigerians are killed. Nigerians are abducted in their numbers by terrorists who are heavily armed. And somebody is saying that weapons, advanced weapons is not good or needed in policing the society today.
But he's saying
Canada.
no, listen, Ife Dibam, he's saying that what is actually needed is starting the fight from the roots. So try to get to these people, maybe some orientation, national orientation, look at the issues that are responsible for insecurity.
With adequate equipment.
Okay.
For policing in today's world. In today's, our reality today requires that.
Okay.
What I understand is that some people are still talking based on their political inclinations. They know that the people they are supporting in government are no longer on ground to direct the affairs of the state. If the reverse was the case, they would support that state policing takes effect right now. All right. That is what I understand.
All right.
But they know that their people will no longer be in control of state of things in the state. That is why they are kicking against it.
All right.
Canada, thank you and have a nice evening.
All right. Ife Debam is saying it's a political comment to say no to state policing because, your favorite politician is no longer in office. Anyways, that's one way to look at it. This one says, greetings, Canada. On the Rivers Elders' new position, I don't think they're actually helping Governor Fubara at all. By the way, what are these people asking of the governor? They want Governor Fubara to rule in opposition of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Is that what the soul of Rivers State represents? Between a situation where Rivers people will elect some of their sons and daughters in line with the recommendation of the Grand Norm, and a situation where a governor has been appointing his political stooges in place of the law, thereby destroying the efficiency of the third tier of government, which in the state, which one is better for development? Anyways, I'm not surprised at all when Rotimi Amechi was governor, hailed him and abused Amechi later when he left the seat. Yes, Amwike took over, they shifted the hailing, and Honorable Rotimi Amechi became a political devil because the red pen had left him. This group of people praised Chief Nyesom Wike to high heavens because Chief Wike was in charge of the red biro. Immediately, Nyesom Wike handed over the red biro. It became a political devil in their eyes. The new man with the red pen became an angel, a beloved. I believe after Governor Fubara hands over the red pen, the governor will become another political devil, and the new man then shall become an angel because of the red biro. I did Lafu Emifiaga with that piece there. Nicholas Erasmus says, greetings, Kalada. I agree with Sara Igbe on his comments. The government appears to be too weak and calm. The race for life is not for the indolent, but for the vigilant. There is no peace without justice. Governor Sim should wake up. Nicholas Erasmus with that one. And this one says, good afternoon, Mr. Kalada. I am in support of what Elder Sara said. The governor is staggering. How do you mean? But you say he's not taking a firm decision to curb this ugly monster that is trying to devour everybody. And this one says the reduction of price of diesel, as industry watchers have said, is a fallout of the waiver Dangote got to market higher sulfur content AGO. Austin with that one. Okay, all right, that could be a good explanation. This one says, I don't think anybody should blame Governor Sim for not taking drastic actions against those opposing him. He's a man of peace, and I guess he's keeping silent for the good of Rivers people. Greetings, Mr. Kalada. And that's coming from Anna. And Anna's just reminded me of that interview with AIT, where he said, see, I'm the governor. I could do this and, the whole state will vibrate, right? But I'm doing it for peace. I'm a man of peace. This one says, good day, Mr. Kalada Korubativo. Generally, state police is a good move to checkmate insecurity in Nigeria, even abroad. State police is operational. Here in Nigeria, I'm afraid, because the governors could use the state police to witch hunt and intimidate political opponents. I'm not in support of the police. I want to attack Clinton West with that one. And this one says, evening, Kalada. I must inform you that Dangote has successfully monopolized the petroleum sector. Nigerians are not nervous. The handwriting has been there long ago. Khaled, how do you affect inflation in the demand and supply of goods in an economy where there is no competitive demand? Only a competitive market can reduce prices, and Dangote's whole business puts him at a competitive disadvantage. Calvin. Now, Calvin, I understand your argument, but like I was trying to tell Collins from Wimpy, before Dangote started selling, diesel was selling at 1,700 naira per litre. You can go Google it and check it, and you'll find the facts there. And right now, it's going to sell maybe somewhere around the region of 1,000 naira, because if marketers are selling for or buying for 940, they probably want to make gain, so let's put it at 1,000 naira. So that's a drastic reduction, 700 naira reduction to a litre of diesel. All right, so let's see. This one says, good evening, Canada. It is unfortunate that someone who calls himself an elder statesman will encourage political crisis in the state, and people are supporting him. As far as I'm concerned, these are the real enemies of the state. Instead of advocating for peace and good governance to advance the fortune of River State, he and his likes are stoking the fire of political crisis. It is very unfortunate. Asian Godwin. Asian, thank you very much. This one says, if the IGP is saying that Nigeria is not yet ripe for state policing, then it's very unfortunate. Maybe there's something very big that is benefiting from the current structure. 64 years after independence and 25 years after the return of democracy, where children that were born within these periods are now grandparents and parents respectively, yet we are hearing that Nigeria is not yet mature. They won't tell us what they are hiding and benefiting from these in-season killings in the country with the current security structure. It's a shame. And that's from John. All right, John, thank you. But let's read some Facebook messages now. And this one says, "Hi, Canada. Please, you need to moderate temperament and speaking tone as much as you moderate language." Okay. Thank you, Emmanuel Silvanus Opona Viobo. Thank you very much. Samita Paul Leroma says, Dangote reducing price of diesel. It's a good one. But why is Sara Igbe blaming our governor? They were all here in the state and they did not call the SCT minister to order. These elders follow be our problem for this state. Nelson
Nigeria Info. Right back after this.
Tech enthusiasts and innovators, get ready for the event of the year, the Port Harcourt Tech Expo 2024. Tech Nexus Limited and the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC,